Capricorn, what's going on with you? I hope you guys are doing lovely. This is going to be your weekly reading from the 27th through the 2nd. I hope y'all are doing exquisitely well. Let's get into this reading. Let's see what it is that you can look forward to in the coming week when it comes to romantic matters. So what is it that Capricorn can look forward to?
As we proceed, and the Seven of Wands. Well, I am getting an energy on the positive note that somebody here wants to work something
out, and it's not going to be easy. However, someone is quite adamant to see something go through. The Ace of Swords. Somebody here wants a new beginning. They want to mend things, and I feel like you got communication that's going to be had, which, you know, is definitely going to put a situation at a crossroad in regards to healing something that is in need of such. Okay, tell me more. So this is a situation, as mentioned, I feel is going to be requiring to make a sound choice regarding whether somebody here wants to make a long-term investment or someone here wants to continue to invest in cultivating something that may lead towards a long-term relationship. This is flat out a reconciliation reading. All right, so if you want nothing to do with the past, get out of here. Exit this reading, okay? This is for someone here that is dealing with an already existing relationship that is in need of balancing out, and I'm seeing the possibility of reconciliation. We're gonna look deeper into this. So I know some of y'all are very repulsed by the person of the past and you want new love. This is not your reading, all right? Go elsewhere, ladies and gents, if that's you. Otherwise, if you wanna know about the situation, let's dive in. I wanna get an understanding of you. What is your energy towards whomever it is that you're dealing with? You're blocked off, aren't you? What is your energy here? Taurus, or Capricorn, what is your energy towards the person that you're dealing with from the 27th to the 2nd? You're very defeated, but you still love this individual. You could be dealing with a Gemini here with the Lover's energy, but I feel that you feel this real strong pull towards this individual, and you are inclined towards working things out. However, I do feel that you're at a distance. I do feel that you're dealing with a lot of emotional turbulence at this time. However, you're also doing a lot of contemplation. You're having a lot of introspection here with the Judgment and the Hangman. What this is insinuating is that whatever sort of, thinking you're doing regarding this, it's compelling you towards a state of renewed emotions. You're gonna feel different about the situation this week is really what I'm seeing here. I feel that you're gonna open up to love at a greater level in this relationship, despite wherever you may find yourself at this time, which will ultimately be stemming from reflection. Tell me more. There's some sort of awakening that's happening, some sort of resurrection, rebirth. So on a good note, you're also coming out of a state of feeling defeated, and you're moving towards a greater state of stability. Okay? In fact, this sense of stability is where this sense of renewal will be coming from. Tell me more about Capricorn's energy towards the person that they're dealing with. The Chariot. So you could be dealing with a Cancer, but what this insinuates is that you're going to have a sense of direction now. We got 3 major arcanas, 6, 7, and 20. All right. What I'm saying here, ladies and gents, is that you're definitely becoming more grounded, a lot more stable, and that's what you're exhibiting here, specifically in the direction that you're wanting to move toward in this relationship. All right. What's with the Lovers? Why is the Lovers here? The Ace of Cups. I'm telling you, some of y'all are currently right now in this phase of moving toward putting yourself at a crossroad, putting yourself in the position to make a decision that is aligned with resurrecting a situation. All right, I get the sense that right now, as you're watching this, you're still in this, discombobulated state. You're still in this energy of not really having direction regarding this connection. But that's changing, is what the conundrum of this reading is, and I feel that ultimately, you're gonna stop giving into assumptions, negative ideas, pessimism, self-imposed limiting thoughts, and you're ultimately gonna be aligned with integrity, honesty, with doing the right thing. Okay, kind of like the idea of what would Jesus do in this situation, and that's what you're gonna do. You're gonna end up doing what Jesus would do. figuratively speaking. All right. So what about the Chariot? The Chariot is insinuating exactly what I said. You are moving with a sense of purpose, with a sense of direction towards a founded or realized goal. What is your goal? Your goal is to reconcile, I feel. Your goal is to reconcile is what I'm getting here, Capricorn. Is that so? You're wanting to put down this burden. And that's the thing, is that I really don't feel that you're making an effort to put down this burden. I feel that you're just continuously investing into this relationship despite the storm that it finds itself in. And this is because you don't want to let this relationship go. You are inclined towards making it work. What about your person? What is their energy towards you? Whomever it is that Capricorn is dealing with, what is their energy towards Capricorn? The Five of Wands. So there is a sense of having to compromise. There's a sense of having to come to an agreement. I feel like your person is still in a very tumultuous state, and I feel that they're not seeing eye to eye with you. All right, they do want a new beginning with you as well, but they're not in a state of peace, is what I'm seeing here. They're still bothered by what's happened, and they are just, they have yet to compromise. All right, I feel like this individual is working towards compromising. I feel like this individual is working towards whatever sort of embodiment is necessary for them to open up to giving this a chance and to continue to grow this relationship. Tell me more. We got the Page of Coins. So this is your energy. I feel like this individual is going to be quite reciprocal. We got the Lovers before I even pulled the card and said that it's going to be reciprocal. And this energy is one that is simply telling me that there's going to be mutual investment. There's a mutual desire. The Lovers is literally, a symbol of love, which is this magnetic force which brings binary entities, if you will, or forces together. Right? What brings the world together? What brings the light and the darkness together? Right? The light and the shadow. Love. What brings man and woman together? Love. What brings protons and electrons together? Love. Or we could call it magnetism. We can call it attraction. We can put all these different words for it, right? But our words, human words, our mortal words, are quite limiting. But we understand, the concept of love. It does supersede our emotions and what we feel love entails, right? Love is something beyond comprehension in its grand scheme. Nevertheless, we don't have to get too philosophical in the most mundane explanation. Love is bringing you guys together. And I feel that, this individual is still having a bit of conflict, that they're still dealing with a bit of conflict that needs to be resolved within themselves. But again, I see them working towards finding resolution, right? We got the Five of Wands, which is associated with Mars energy. Mars is the planet of war, the planet of conflict, the planet of strife, and just a necessary catalyst to change, right? So the fact that you guys are in a state of conflict is indicating to me that you guys have some differences to sort out. And luckily, this is absolutely normal. And this is one of those situations that, the love prevails in the situation. This is not something so grandiose that the relationship is coming to a point of absolute failure. That's not the fucking case. We have a problem. We're moving towards resolving it. We're being adults. We love each other. We're going to work through this shit. Five of Wands, Eight of Coins. 5 minus 8 is 8 minus 5. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is that what's left over is the the 3 of Coins, which speaks of coming together, cooperating, collaborating together, and essentially being a team. That's what I'm seeing here with the Lovers, ladies and gents. I'm curious to see what your advice is. What is what is Capricorn's advice in this situation? What is Capricorn's advice in this situation? From the 27th to the 2nd. The Queen of Cups. Well, buddy. This is insinuating to follow your heart. Okay? You're inclined to nurture a situation. You're inclined to love someone. You're inclined to heal a matter. Look at that. The Empress. We can't get more feminine energy than that, even if you're a male. It's time to open up your heart. It's time to move with a sense of, being warm, being affectionate, being emotional. Now, if you're a man, don't be a fucking crybaby or, overly sensitive, but move with an element of affection, with nurturing energy. It's kind of like, imagine a father with a daughter. He's not this brute with her. Yes, he's still very composed and very much masculine, but he is moved by his emotions, and he does express them. Nevertheless, the Empress energy is all about operating from within, right? While the masculine energy is operating externally, this is you ladies pursuing your ambitions, you putting yourself out in a competitive world, you putting yourself in a masculine energy. Doesn't mean that you have a pair of balls between your legs. Now, same thing with you men. This feminine energy within us is all about being in touch with that inner aspect, whether it's be your soul, your spirituality, or your emotional self. This must be balanced in order for you to be whole. All right? And I feel that is what your advice is to tap into that feminine energy, Capricorn, and imbue the relationship with such. We talked about the 3 of coins. That's what you can look forward to this week, is cultivating this opportunity of seeing eye to eye and working together, working out your differences and growing together, continuing to invest into the relationship so that it can grow. Capricorn, I'm going to leave this here and I'm going to take this to the extended where I'm delving into your person's energy. I want to look into their most prominent actions towards you from the 27th to the 2nd. I want to see what are their deepest feelings towards you at this time. I want to see what this individual wants with you long term. I want to see what the future holds for this connection. If you're interested in the extended, the link is in the description. If you want access to all the extended readings for a discounted price, take a look at the second link. Good luck to you, Capricorn. I'm happy to deliver this very positive message. Keep your head in the game, be open to love, and enjoy the process. I'll see you next time.